Today we're taking out the TW200, 2 up. Don and I are going to cruise around central coast of California. We'll stop in Moro Bay and have some lunch down by the beach. Take the TW for a little bit of an off-road ride, and then we're going to cruise around the hills and just have a good time. So stay tuned, check it out. This is Old Goats Moto. All right, we're in Cayucos in the trailer. Dawn and I are about to go for a motorcycle ride, and we're going to take the camera along with us. Go check out the area. Our ride starts off today in a small town on Central Coast in California called Cayucos. So we're going to leave from there. We're going to head south a little bit to a road called Old Creek Road. That one there, we're going to ride up, cross over the 46, ride down Santa Rosa Creek Road into Cambria. We'll jam down the Highway 1, back through Cayucos, down into Moro Bay, have some lunch, and then back up Highway 1 into Cayucos, because that's where we'll end our ride. This is Old Creek Road. It's a 2-lane, kind of narrow road, windy, goes up through the hills, through some covered forest areas that makes it really pretty. You'll go past some avocado orchards. There's a reservoir called Whale Rock Reservoir, has some hiking around it. It also overlooks the ocean, it's really beautiful. There are deer in the area, and I have seen turkeys, wild turkeys running along the road as well. Like I said, it is windy, it's slow going, but it's a nice leisurely pace. It's really fun. There's a lot more cars on the road this day than typically are here, but it's still not bad. As we pull up this last grade right here, you're still in the nice cool weather of the ocean. But right about here, as you crest over and start dropping back down the other side, it's strange how noticeable the temperature change is. Temperature goes up about 5 to 10 degrees. At the top of Old Creek Road, you cross over the Highway 46, and then you'll be on Santa Rosa Creek Road. That's where we're riding right now. Santa Rosa Creek Road we take down into Cambria. It's also a very windy road, but it's a decent a bit more bumpy than Old Creek Road. There's not a lot out there as far as houses or anything, so the road's a little less maintained. It's also very windy, but still very fun to ride, even 2 up. The road winds along Santa Rosa Creek and goes through some covered forest. You'll see some wineries along the way. You can stop and get a glass of wine, hang out and enjoy the view. But we just kind of cruise this road all the way into Cambria and then check out the town there. This is downtown Cambria. We didn't really stop and check it out much. We've been here before. It's known for art galleries and antique stores, and there is a really good pie shop downtown. But we just kind of cruised through, stopped at an old lighthouse light because we needed to get off the bike and stretch our legs before we jumped back on the highway and headed south to Moro Bay. The ride down the Highway 1 from Cambria to Moro Bay is nice. It's pretty straight. You get to ride along the ocean. The TW200 is pretty tapped out with 2 people on it, but we made it, and it's no big deal. It's just a little slower, and that's more time to enjoy the view. As we come into Moro Bay, we're going to head in here to meet up with my wife and daughter for some lunch. They were out kayaking in the bay, you can see right there. And Donovan and I are just going to cruise on out to the rock and see what the surfers are up to. Whenever we are in the area, we always stop at this place to get lunch. It's called Dockside 2. It's a small fish market right on the wharf. You can grab lunch and you can sit right on the water and watch seals and otters and kayakers go by. They didn't on this day, but typically they even have live music out there, someone playing guitar or playing piano. I love to eat the salmon tacos. They are the best. Although my children would argue that the chicken tenders are the best. Nonetheless, this is a great place to grab lunch, hang out, and enjoy the view. So next time you're in the area, stop in, get some food, and tell them Old Goats Moto sent you. Or don't. They'll have no clue what you're talking about. But this part of the trip, Donovan and I decided to take the TW200 up a dirt trail and test out its off-road capabilities. If you watch Old Goats Moto at all, generally I ride a KTM 500, and it is hands down my favorite bike ever. But there's a couple things that the KTM 500 is lacking, and that is, one, a substantial subframe so that you can attach large bags and luggage to it, and also passenger pegs so that you can take your kids on motorcycle adventures with you. So that's where this TW200 has really shined for my family, is being able to throw the kids on the bike and take them for rides and explore with them. I've been on top of this hill dozens of times myself on my own adventure bikes, but this was the first time I've actually got to share it with my son. And it was a lot of fun. He really enjoyed it, and I have no doubt that when he gets big enough, he'll have his own adventure bike to go on these trips with me. Well, with that, we headed home. We did about a little over 60 miles that day with 2 of us on the bike. It was a lot of fun. If you've watched the video this far, hey, I appreciate it if you would like and subscribe. Also, feel free to leave a comment below about your favorite place to ride on the Central Coast. That's it for this time. This is Old Goats Moto.